Hey everyone, welcome back to another Miro training session. Today we are going to pick up where we left off inside the board. We're actually going to go back into the design review template that we've been using as an example, and we're going to go over the main features and just overall general usage of those features within your Miro board. Okay, so I clicked into the actual board and you come to, if you had set a home screen, it would bring you directly to that. And today we're going to be looking at this left-hand toolbar right over here. So the first thing that we're going to cover, I'll just go all the way down, is the select function. So the select function is where you'll typically be navigating. Right now, you can see that I have the hand kind of dragging in navigation mode on right now. What you want to do, and if you just have this on and you click on the board, you'll be able to drag and navigate. You could do this also with your middle mouse button. But if you want to select anything, what you have to do is you go over here, or you can press V, and that would automatically take you via shortcut. So what is select used for? You can click on an item, you can drag and select, and that's pretty much it. Pretty self-explanatory, but it's not like Rhino or any other modeling software. If you like, you're able to select not only, you don't have to select the entire object, you can just select a corner of it, and that doesn't vary from side to side. So it's pretty universal in how you select and drag stuff. So just really simple. It's not, I'm trying to think of any additional features that I would want to cover right here, but that's pretty much it. The templates. So templates are super important, especially if you are interested in running brainstorming sessions, meetings and workshops, interested in diagramming and mapping or any user research or anything like that. And you're also able to create personal templates. So when in the previous video I shared going to this function, actually let me just show you again. If you want to save a board as a template, it's going to show up directly in your templates under personal or shared, whether you're saving them individually or for your larger team. So when I eventually complete this, it will be under our custom templates for the YP team. You can choose any of these. They're all really helpful. I've used a lot of the brainstorming and ideation ones in the past. Also, the mapping and diagramming ones are really helpful. So I'll just use this as an example of, if I wanted to use a template, I can go in here, I can click on it. It'll give you a description about the template itself. It will have certain tags associated with this template, any related examples, but if you wanted to use it, you can either use a pre-filled one, which is sometimes helpful if you haven't used something before, but I typically use a blank template, and when you press that, it automatically gets populated. And if you want to zoom and you're kind of in your select mode, what you can do is you can hold down the control button, and you will then, with your middle mouse button, scroll in and out, rather than having to use your zoom in buttons over here or your zoom out button. So just giving you a little heads up about that. Anyway, I can just drag and select these. Great. Okay, so that was your templates. The text function, super helpful. Obviously you can see here I have some text. So what you do is, after you select your text function or press T, you can drag, and then you have a blank field. What you want to do is type whatever you need to. This is a text. And you can press enter to increase the kind of return, or you can click outside of that to end the function. These buttons right here are, you're able to drag either arrows or any lines for any mapping exercises you're doing. These shape handles allow you to drag and increase the size or decrease. And these are your options. So you're able to actually switch types. If you wanted to convert this to a card, for example, you're able to do that, which I'll cover in a second. But I typically, when I'm creating something, I usually just select it or use a shortcut from the side, but I'll switch this back to a text field. You're able to open up to see the different type fonts or type settings. I forget which one it is. It's embarrassing, but you can use different ones. There, you can't currently upload any new custom ones, which is a big thing. So I've used, I believe, for YP, just set it as Arial as a basic one, and we will be able to modify this in the template going forward. But just letting you know that you can modify these based on whatever aesthetic you really want. Okay, next you can change the font size. So increase that, relatively simple. You're able to modify the font style. So you're able to do bold, italicized, underline, and strike through. Let me just do an example. Cool, amazing. I'll undo that, and you can just click on them to undo them. You can choose your alignment. So if you wanted this in the center, you're able to modify that as well. And then you can either add this as a list with either bullets or numerical ordering. You're also able to insert a link. So let's say I wanted to go to ClickUp. Actually, it's and I wanted to go to my space, and I wanted to say I want to link to the design technology board. What I can do is I can copy and paste this, and then I can paste my link and then apply. So that's how you then go to a new link. Okay, cool. So again, when I click on that, you're able to modify a link. You're able to change the text color. Actually, if I want to undo this, I can just delete that. Actually, let me just start from scratch. And that's when you can see the actual color change. So the auto formatting with the link will override, but you can change the text color. You can change the highlighting color as well. Ooh, that looks disgusting. That's a little bit better. So you can modify that. And you're also able to change the background fill for the text. So you can start getting very particular about the types of formatting you want for your text fields, and then you're also able to lock that. So in order, and I don't think I've showed a lock yet, but in order, if you want to keep things preserved while people are dragging everything, what you want to do is you want to lock it so people aren't moving things unnecessarily, but in order to unlock it, all you have to do is press and hold down on the button, and then it will unlock it. More options. You're able to copy style, so you can copy and paste the style if you wanted to preserve this to other text fields. You're able to link to other items, so I kind of already showed this, but instead of actually having a link within the object, you can actually link, or sorry, you can link into the text, you can link to the object itself. So that's different from just doing an actual link in the text field. What you can do is if you see this little button that automatically applied. As soon as I click that, it will take me to a link. So it's a little more robust than if you wanted to just link via the traditional hyperlink settings. This is a little more streamlined and a little easier in terms of formatting, I guess. Information, so you can see when it was last modified, when it was created. Ordering. Super important when you're building a lot of layers, so you can either bring an object to the front or the back. I'll show this also with shapes, but which is going to be in a second, but you're able to drag and drop here, and let's say I put on a field that was blocking this. If that happens, what you can do is always bring to front, and then that will reorder your objects on your board. You can also duplicate, super easy. And then you can also save these as a template. So you can save objects as template as well. And then you can also delete them. Okay. So on to the next function, which is a sticky note, super helpful. It's different from a text field in that it auto scales your text for you. So you can do, like right now, I have my font size set to auto. What that means is I'm able to start typing just random gibberish, and it'll perpetually get smaller to fit everything on your note, which is really helpful, especially when you're brainstorming. Click on that, and I'm able to actually change the size of the note. Whoa, getting really big there. And then I can also change the color, which are preset. Great, and then also link, but you can also add tags to notes. So if I wanted to say this is tutorial, I can say this is purple, and then I can add, I don't know, snacks. Right, and then say, oh, I love snacks, great. I want to love that. I can always add an emoji. Let's see, heart. Yes, I love snacks. So there you go. That's me. All right, perfect. So again, and then you also have similar functions like the lock function, and then also any of the available more options for the text field.